Welcome back to the Chaos. I am ChaosEclipse. Today we are going to be doing a little bit of crafting and we are going to be going over one of the other guilds. I don't know which one yet. We're either going to go get the Sigic Order or we're going to get the Thieves Guild and the Dark Brotherhood. The Thieves Guild and the Dark Brotherhood are kind of two in one, so those are going to go together, and then the Sigic Order is something completely different. So just a reminder, don't forget to come in here and update your whichever one you want, your riding skill. I already did speed for the day. And then don't forget to claim your daily reward. So as you guys can see, where would it show it? Actually, down on the bottom right. So it says I am level 13. If we take a look at our inventory here and we look at our main hand and offhand, you can still see I'm using the Aldmeri Exiles dagger, which are still level 1. So we're going to make some new daggers today. So we're going to run over here. Keep in mind, you guys do have to have the materials for this. If you've just been playing the game, you'll probably get better daggers anyway, and you don't really have to craft them, but I at least want to explain how the crafting works. I know we went over a little bit of it, but I want to go more in detail. So we're going to do blacksmithing for our daggers. That's going to be any of your weapon. Well, not any of your weapons, because shields, bows, and stabs are all made over at the woodworking. In here, we're going to be doing the either heavy armor or actual metal weapons like our daggers. So first things first, at lower levels, you don't want to refine anything. What that means is like these iron ore here, it'll take the iron ore and it'll turn them into ingots. Normally, I would say go and do that. The reason why I'm telling you not to do it is because I would prefer, obviously this is up to you guys, but I would prefer if you guys had a passive here. I think it's a passive. If you look at blacksmithing here, you're going to want to go down to this one, metal extraction. So, actually, is it this one? That's the research. Yeah, so, no, it's not that one. Which one is it? Or... improves the chances of extracting ingredients. Okay, yeah. So it is this one. So metal extraction, it says improves the chances of extracting blacksmithing ingredients. I was going to say materials. Blacksmithing ingredients, and allows the refining of more powerful tempers from raw materials. What that means is if I am in here and I am refining, like I said, the iron ore, you have a chance of getting the green materials, the blue materials, or the purple, or the gold or yellow, whatever you want to call it, which is legendary, every time you refine. I would say don't refine anything if you can. I know that's going to hurt your bag space, but don't refine anything until you have at least one of those metal extractions. Preferably make sure you have all of them, but of course that's going to take a lot longer, because as you were looking in here, so just to get the first one, you have to be level 4 blacksmithing, and of course that level goes up per level in there. So just keep that in mind. Of course, the whole reason that we're crafting right now is because I want to level my blacksmithing. Like I said, more than likely we already have weapons that are probably better than what we have. So if we look in here, we have a level 7 sword, we have a level 13 sword right there, level 6 maul. Basically anything. We even have a level 13 dagger already. Anything in here is probably going to be better than what we currently have. But I notice our damage is taking a hit a little bit, so we're going to go ahead and craft our own, just because I want to go over the crafting and level the blacksmithing. So come in here. I explained refining. Creation, that's where you're actually going to create first. Before we do that, we're going to come down here. We're going to research anything that we can. No more dagger stuff, so we're gonna do, we'll do the sword, and we'll do what is this one, weapon and spell critical values, or weapon and spell, or sorry, physical and spell penetration. So penetration, I believe, goes more towards PvP as well, but it does help when you're doing PvE because obviously, you know, bosses and stuff like that, it'll go past their armor and everything. But like I said, I think it's more for PvP. For now, we're going to go ahead and do this one, which is precise. So go ahead and start that one up. That's going to take, of course, the 5 hours. We're going to come out of here. Diagrams, that is for stuff for your house. It looks like we can make a lantern if we wanted to, but of course we have to have our metalworking at level 4, and we have to have solvent potency at 2. That's a passive that's in there. Improvements, that is for upgrading your weapons. So right now, technically, these daggers that we have, we can upgrade them. Now, upgrading them, it still leaves them level 1, but it changes it from a white to a green. You can see the chart up there at the top, so it'll go white, green, blue, purple, yellow. So we're not going to do that, but those are the materials that I'm talking about. So you can see there it would take honing stones, which is the blue quality there. We're not going to do that though. So let's go ahead and back out of there. Deconstruct, that's just to deconstruct anything that we have. All of these are researchable, so we're not going to deconstruct that. We can deconstruct the dagger though. So let's go ahead and get rid of that, and then we'll take a look here. Looks like we can deconstruct all of this because none of it has anything that we can research. So we're going to check all of them and then hold square to deconstruct. Hit yes. There we go. You can see on the right, look at that. We even got some honing stone out of that. But that's what I'm talking about. So when you're refining, if you refine enough of these, you can get honing stone. You can get whatever the blue one is, whatever purple, and so on. So creation. You're going to start at the very top. You're going to look for the weapon that you want. You can see here, like I said, you also do have your heavy armor. We're going to look for the weapon that we want, which we want daggers for now. We may switch to a staff later on, but for now we're going to stick with daggers. Then you're going to go down from there after you select daggers. You don't have to hit X or anything, just set it on daggers and then just move down. From there, we're going to pick the level that we want to craft. So we're level 13, so the highest level that we can do without going over is going to be 12. If we do 14, it's not going to help us because we can't use it at level 14 because we're not level 14. You can see here that using higher items will let you craft higher higher materials will let you craft higher items. So for now, we're going to leave it on the very first one, which is iron ingots. We have 73 of them. You can see to make one dagger, it's going to require 7 iron ingots. So you're going to need 14 because we're going to make 2 of them. From there, you're going to come down here to the very bottom, or sorry, not the very bottom, but the one next to the bottom. You're going to look for the style you want. Right now, we did learn the Nord, which was the motif that I told you guys about in the last one that I learned. Or we can do our Khajiit, which you should already have Khajiit anyway. Because you're Khajiit, unless you're not Khajiit, if you picked like Wood Elf, then you should already have Wood Elf, whatever. But there's tons of different styles in here. You do have to learn them before being able to craft them. It looks like we have a couple. How's it saying? Nope, I guess not. I guess the white that I'm seeing is probably the numbers. But yeah, so we're going to do Khajiit because I don't like the way the Nord stuff looks. If you guys are curious, you can come over here. It won't be a very clear view, but say we didn't want to do the Khajiit, we wanted to do the Nord. If you leave it on Nord, you go back up, it'll give you a rough look of how it's going to look. Come back down, we can switch it over to Khajiit, go back up. You can see the little icon does change there. So the one I like is, Jesus, I don't even know. Is it Daedric? I think it's a Daedric. Yeah, the Daedric is the one I like. But of course we don't have that learned. I do have 128 hearts though. I got those on one of the other characters, and of course in our crafting bag everything is in there. So on top of all that, you are going to need moonstone. You can buy most of the like the initial 9 things. So like your Brenton, your Redguard, Orc, Dark Elf, Nord, Argonian, High Elf, Wood Elf, Khajiit, and that's it. So Khajiit is the last one. You can normally buy these from a vendor if you don't already have them, or you can just find them around the world in chests, things like that. So we're going to need one of those. We're going to leave it there. And then here is where you'll put the trait on it. So this is the stuff that you've been researching. We have been researching the training. So we're going to do training. which will put, you can see there on the right side, it said increases experience gain from kills by 2.5%. You guys are wondering when we researched it, it was at 15%. It's because of the level difference. So right now at level 12, you're only going to get that 2.5%. When you start leveling your blacksmithing and you start leveling your actual weapons, it will go higher. It will scale with it. So if we take a look here, I don't know if it'll show it here right now. Yeah, it's not going to show it. I think that's just because of our current level. So right now, that's what we're going to do. We're going to leave it there. We're going to craft multiple. You can see down at the bottom, to craft one, we just tap square. To craft multiple, we hold square. So we're going to hold square. We're going to pick 2 because we need 2 daggers, 1 for each hand. Hit X. There we go. We crafted 2 of them. You can see it did give us a little bit of experience down there in the bottom right. And you can see up in the top right, we did get our 2 daggers. So we're going to come out of there. Come in here, inventory, main hand. You can see here's our new daggers, and they do have the increased experience gained on them. And you can see that it even says that it was created by this character. So if you guys are running around, you can actually inspect other people. I wouldn't say to do this. I would say to learn to craft the stuff yourself. But say that you've seen something on someone else. I think that is a costume. Say you liked this guy's sword, the way his sword looked. This might be a costume too. But say you like the way this guy's sword looked. So what you can do is you can come in here. How do you do this? Oh, hold start to interact. And then you can do inspect. Where's inspect? Is there no inspect? View profile maybe? Nope, that's their PSN. Invite to group, add as friend, report. Can you not inspect anymore? Interesting. Social maybe? Group, voice chat, text chat, emotes, group, guilds, friends, mail. It's not in there. I could have swore that you could do it. Maybe they have to be in your group, but you can inspect other players. If you see something you like on them, you can look at their armor and it'll tell you who it's crafted by. So you can always hit up that person, send them like a mail in game or a message if they're online, whatever. Okay, so we have our daggers. Kind of armor are we wearing? So our headpiece is level 3, chest is 2, shoulders is 4, waist is 2. So we can also do all of our armor as well. So if you look in here, we have 1 heavy piece, which that's how we've been leveling our heavy. It also gives increased experience gained from kills by level or by 8%. We may actually leave that because it's also set, so it's also adding 1160 health. So we may leave that one. That one is very basic, nothing at all on it. We can probably craft one of those just to get better armor. Same thing there. Even though it's green, we can probably craft one at higher armor at white. Same there, same there. This one actually gives us a lot, so we probably won't touch it either. The stamina we really don't need because we're using Magicka, but stamina you'll still be using some spells or attacks that need stamina. Sprinting uses stamina, so we may leave that because we're also getting the 7% XP for kills, and then feet we can craft. So let's go in there and let's craft us some new stuff. So let's see what that was again. Inventory. So we need chest, shoulders, waist, hands, and feet. So basically everything in the middle and then feet because we're skipping legs. Got it. So come in here and we're going to do all medium. Once again, don't do refine. Before we do that, we're going to see what we can research. If anything, looks like we can research, what is that, shoulder piece? That's not shoulder. What is that? It is shoulder. Okay, but that's also light. Remember, when you're looking in here, the very first set up to waist is all light, and then you go into medium. We don't have any medium. We only have 1 light that we can research, so we're going to do it anyway. So we're going to research that. Out of there, we're going to deconstruct anything that we don't need. None of it has any researchable stuff, so we're going to deconstruct all of it. And then we're going to go back in and we're going to start creating stuff. Like I said, I already have a lot of the materials that I need just from my other characters, so keep that in mind, guys. All right, so we're going to need a chest piece. So we're going to go with that chest piece. We're going to do level 12. We're still going to leave it Khajiit. And do we have anything at all? We don't have anything at all. That's fine. We're going to craft one. There we go. From chest, we're going to feet. That's fine because we need feet too. Do we have any traits for feet? We don't. So we're going to craft one of those. Back up to the top. Bracers. Do we have any traits for bracers? Do we have that? I mean, it says we do. Let's go ahead and do it. So we're going to craft one of those. It'll give us extra health, magicka, and stamina recovery by 8. So craft that. There we go. Set it back to no trait. Helmet, we weren't doing. Legs, we weren't doing. Shoulders. Do we have anything for shoulders? We do not. Craft one of those. And last but not least, our waist piece. Come down here. Do we have anything on our waist? We do not. So set it to 0 and craft. There we go. Now we have a whole new set, all level 12. You can take a look at our stats here as we're putting everything on. As you can see, we're also crafting, it looks like some type of set. It's not even showing me. There it is. Evanhart Pact, Stonefalls. Oh no, it's because we broke down those shoulder pieces, so we learned it in here. So later on we can recraft that. I'll explain all that in another one. We're not doing that in this one. That's a lot to go over. But so in here, head, we didn't do one of those. Chest, we made a new one. So we're going to equip that. Shoulders, we have our new one here. Yeah, so look at the difference. Even though this one's green and it's level 4, the armor is 1298. Going to this one, we're up to 1592. Waist, our new one. Hands, our new one. And feet, our new one. And then before leaving, let's get rid of those extra pieces that we're no longer wearing. So let's break those all down. There we go. And then from there, did we research anything in blacksmithing? I think we did, right? Yep, okay. And then we did shoulders there. Let's check our woodworking, see if we have anything to research or anything to break down just to get rid of stuff. We can do a bow. We can do a lightning staff or the shield. We'll go ahead and do the shield just because. And these both have impenetrable. So this is something that's small. It's up to you guys how you want to do this. It shouldn't really matter too much. Both of these are going to teach impenetrable. So we can get rid of one and we can keep the other. You have two options. You can either break it down or you can sell it. Because it's green, you should be able to get some type of green item out of it, but it's not always the case. But if you look down at the very bottom, you can see it'll sell for 18. This one only sells for 12. So if you're looking at selling it, my suggestion would be to sell the more expensive one and then research the one that you're going to keep. But I'm just going to break it down either way. So we're going to research this one. Doesn't really matter. And then the other one we're going to break down. And look at that. Up in the top right, we got 2 greens. Nice. Okay, and then here we are going to break down everything except the researchable stuff, and we're going to keep 1 lightning staff because I do want to level the actually we have, yeah, we'll leave it like that because we're going to probably use that staff on and off just to level our destruction staff ability. So let's go ahead and break those down. And then we did the research there. So we can come over here. This is alchemy. I touched on it a tiny bit before. It's up to you guys if you want to mess with potions or anything yet. I don't think we need them just yet. I'm not really worried about it. if you have any type of alchemy stuff, you can see. So like that beetle scuttle, the traits say 0. So I don't know anything about that, like nothing at all. If we look here, you can see that, well, basically anything I have in here is pretty much going to have 0 on it. Like it's not going to have anything at all that I know, just because it's a new character. So if we retrieve this, we're only going to take 1. It's pulling it out of the bag and it's going to give it to my character. That's what it means by retrieve. So we're going to retrieve that. We're going to go back to our inventory, and then we're going to go to supplies. We're going to look for, actually we can learn that. So let's learn that. These boxes I'll talk about in a second. Where's that thing we just pulled out? It's not in here. Materials. So here's a beetle scuttle. So like I said, traits 1 through 4, none of them are showing. We're going to hit use. It's either going to hurt us or help us. You'll hit X on it. When you hit circle, doesn't look like there was any effect to us, but we did learn one of the traits. So if you come back in here and you look at it now, so now we know that there is something called breach on it. I don't know what breach is, honestly. So it's probably has to do with penetration, breaching someone's armor or something like that. So when you're making a potion, you could probably use this to help make some type of penetration potion. I don't know if that's what it is. I'm just guessing because I don't know what breach is, honestly. And then you can learn at least 1 trait by at least eating one of these. Some of these things, like I said, will hurt you. Some of them will heal you. Some of them will poison you. Some of them will give you a buff. It just depends. And then the way that you'll learn the other 3 traits is by crafting them, by mixing them with other things. So this works the same way though. If you come in here, you go to create. So if we wanted to make a level 10 potion, you can see we have 30 clear water. So you have to have at least 1 water. So we'll throw a water in there. And then from here we can do, we'll do the breach. I don't know what it is. So we'll do one of those. And then sure, we'll do one of these. And then from there you can see it's an inert potion. So we're probably not going to want to do that, because it's not going to make anything at all. So we're going to get rid of that one. We'll try that one. Also inert. That one. Inert. That one. Unknown effects. So there we go. Unknown potion. It's going to teach us either another trait with the scuttle, or it's going to use the breach. So we will do craft, and we're going to craft one of them. You can see there we made a tincture of vitality, and we learned 2 traits. So this one, the butterfly wing, has vitality on it, and now that one has vitality on it as well. So if we do nothing but vitality on a potion and we do the water, you can see that it will probably give you a vitality potion. So this grants a major vitality, increasing your healing received and damage shield strength by 12% for 3.9 seconds. So so now we actually have that potion. If you go in your inventory and you go to slottable items, it should be in here, right there. There we go. And once again, it tells you who it's made by. So real quick, these boxes here, after you get to level 10, you will get some mail in your in-game. So if you hit your options button, you go down to social, you can go down to mail, and it will show you different mail in here. These are the mail things that I got. You can see that I already took the attachments out, so we're going to delete these. This was from doing the PvP stuff, because if you guys remember, Grand Warlord Zimmeron, that's who sent it to us. So we're going to delete these. You don't have to delete them, but after I take the stuff out, I want to go ahead and delete those. So we'll get rid of those. You can send stuff in-game to friends if you want. You can buy materials from him, but I would not suggest doing it. Most of the stuff you can just find, but you still may want to at least check, because sometimes they do have, what's it called? Oh my god, I can't. Recipes. Recipes. There we go. Alright, and we're going to sell the trash items. So sell that. Sell that. That's just regular treasure. That's actually the item that we sold. Look at that. 250 gold. Oh, we didn't even break these down, but we're going to sell them. Those are the daggers that we had. We'll sell the potion that we made. It's only worth 1, but we don't really need it. Soul gems, I will go over eventually. That is the first item that we stole, and then the rest of the stuff we're not selling. Okay. So then we can come over here and come into our enchantment room here. So we have enchantments. Once again, you can extract if you've been picking up enchantments or glyphs. I have 2 of them. We're going to break both of them down. Up in the top right, it may or may not give you items. Glyphs are hard to get actual items to be given to you, so that's why I said you may or may not get them. And then if we look at our gear again, you can see that this one already has a health enchantment on it. Maximum health 393. Not enchanted because we just made it. Not enchanted, not enchanted, not enchanted. It has the trait on it, but it's still not enchanted. It'll specifically say enchantment. This one like that, maximum strength enchantment. So that one is enchanted and then not enchanted. Also, we do have our jewelry and our weapons that you can also enchant. So if we come in here, go to creation, you'll end up picking whatever level it will let you do because we're only level 1. So Jode is going to be our level 1. You can see there it requires potency improvement level 1. We're going to hit X. And then we're going to come down and we will do our second one, which is usually one of these. If we do another square like the other one that we had here, the Perode, it replaces a Jode. There's 3 different ones. So we have to do the square first. We're going to go with the Jode. I don't even know what it is. And then for Essence Runestone, these are going to be random, but it's like the little triangle looking one. Let's go with Mako. I'm assuming that might be magic because it's Mako. I don't know. And then our third one is going to be whatever color you want to make it. These are the rarities, so you can make it blue, green, yellow, or purple. We're going to go with just white because these are going to be crap items anyway. And you can see it will make a glyph. It's going to be unknown. So we're going to hit square. I don't even know if this is for weapon, jewelry, or armor, but we're going to go ahead and make it. And it gave us trifling glyph of absorb magic. So that means that it's some type of glyph that's going to be able to absorb magic. So if we look in here, you can see right here, it is a weapon enchantment. You can see at the very top it says weapon glyph enchanting. It deals 753 magic damage, but it also restores 140 magic. So we can actually put this on one of our daggers, and we can make another one just like it. So let's go back in. We're going to make the exact same thing. Oh, you know what? I don't think we have any more of those squares, do we? The Jode. Yeah, that was our only one. Okay, well, let's go down here. We'll do this one. Looks like we only have one of these two, so we're going to go ahead and create it. And let's see what we got here. Inferior glyph of magic. That's probably for armor. So come in here. Yep, armor glyph adds up to 511 maximum magic, minimum level 5. So that means your armor has to be a minimum of level 5. So now you're probably wondering, well, how do you actually enchant it? Like, you have the glyphs, but how do you actually enchant it? So we have to go back to our weapons or armor. You'll hit, you'll look at whichever one you want. You'll hit triangle on it, and you can do enchant. You can see there we have our enchantment glyph. Now, it did change. You can see that it deals only 376 and 70 magicka. That has to do with the level of the item and the level of your enchanting. So we're going to go ahead and hit X. So now our offhand, which I meant to do our main hand, but that's fine. Oh no, it is our main hand. Okay. Yeah, at the very top it says equipped. It says offhand there, main hand there. So our main hand now deals extra magic and it restores magic. And then we did do the armor piece. So for the chest, this one, if I'm not mistaken, this one is going to be based on the size of the piece of armor you're putting it on. So if we look here, we do enchant, you can see that'll add 511 because it's a chest piece. If we did it on our waist, I believe it's different. Yeah, 206 because it's a smaller item. That might be why it's like that with the dagger, actually, now that I think about it, because it was 140, so that's probably for like a two-handed weapon, so it's doing 70 and 70. I'm talking about the Restore 70 Magicka. That was 140. I don't remember what the other number was. But yeah, that would still make up the 140 between the two of them. So if we do this on a big piece, it's going to take the full enchant. We'll go ahead and do that. And I don't think we can make anything else because we don't have any other low-level squares that we can put in there. These are the only ones that are going to be the levels that you need. Like the like level 1 through whatever the highest level is. These you can do in anything. Like any, well, that one that says you need 2, that one's 4, that one's 3. But the rest of these, like the middle one, that's just picking what it is, whether it's magic, health, stamina, poison, anything like that. But that is also level 2, so if we go into skills, we look at our enchanting, you can see that technically, oh, we have to get it to level 5. I was going to say, technically we can level it, but we can't. We do have to get it to level 5. So, that's how you do enchanting. And then of course you have your jewel crafting, exact same thing as everything else. We're going to try to research something. We don't have anything at all. You can deconstruct, but we don't have anything to deconstruct. And then you can actually create stuff. Creating is, I would say not to do any of it, just because the creating in here is not going to be worth anything at all. You're not really going to get much out of it. You can see that making a ring here, even if I make a level 12 ring with no traits, that would be the only way, is if you have a trait. I guess we can do that, but I think we already have 2 rings that are a set. Inventory, rings, yeah. So these 2 are a set. They're already giving us 1,027 because we have both of them. And this would give us, actually I guess that would technically be more if we made 2 rings like that, because that would be 1,500. Yeah, let's do that, I guess. Okay, so let's go ahead and make 2 of these. So there's our rings. We're going to hold square. Can we not craft multiple? I don't think we can. We can't. We can only craft 1. Because we have 9 of the pewter ounces and it requires 7, so we would need at least 14. So I'm not going to do it because that'll actually take away from the other set. So we'll just leave it like that, and we don't have enough to even make the necklace. But that's fine. Now you know. Alright, and then from there, that's basically all of the daily stuff that you normally need to do. There is other things, don't get me wrong. So there you have these bounty boards here, which are crafting writs. These are up to you if you want to do. I would say to do them. Like I said, play the game how you want. I would say to do them though. So basically if we come in here, read the fine print, continue reading, blah, 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 take the handbill. So it's going to give us a thing to start crafting certification. A quest for it actually. I believe this person is up over here. It's not you. Is it you? It's this person. So this is the mission that I was talking about in the last one. I think is important. I don't remember exactly what you need the certification for, but having the certification gives you something. I don't remember exactly what though, honestly. Let's go ahead and do the quest though.
You here for crafting certification? Don't worry, there's no cost involved. Your alliance covers all my fees. Once you're certified, they'll let you fulfill the crafting writs. Everyone wins.
Okay, so it's just to do the writs, but that's fine. I'll explain writs in a minute because we're going to at least do one of them.
They're daily requests for crafted goods, but they're only available to certified crafters. If you can show me you know your craft, I'll get you certified.
Oh, this quest is going to take a while because she's going to have us craft something and then we're going to have to go do the writs themselves too. So this is probably all we're going to do in this one. I do apologize. We're not going to be able to get into the guild. I will do another video tomorrow on the guilds, but this is probably going to take the rest of the time. Sorry, we're going to do... Alright, tell me how this works.
I can train and certify blacksmiths, clothiers and woodworkers. If that sounds like something you'd want, we can get started.
So if you guys know how to already do it, I would say do I'm ready for certification. The rest of these basically teach you how to do the crafting. We're gonna do I'm ready for certification because I already explained everything to you
Excellent.
guys.
We can get started whenever you're ready.
Hit complete
Let me
quest.
know if you have some time. I can train and certify you in something else.
Okay. So we're gonna do tell me more about blacksmith certification.
Prove you know your way around a forge and I'll certify you.
Got it.
But I want you to craft a simple iron dagger. First you'll mine some iron ore, then refine the ore into iron ingots.
She's gonna make us refine.
Ingots to make the dagger.
Okay.
Yes. You have to prove you know your way around a blacksmithing station. Those are the rules.
So I already have iron
Bring
ore.
an armload of iron ore.
I already
Once you're
have
back, you'll refine them into iron ingots.
I already have iron ore, so I'm just gonna pick that.
Bring the iron ore to a blacksmithing station. If you have enough, you can refine them into iron ingots.
And of course I already have the
When
ingots.
you have iron ingots, return to me.
If you don't have any of these things, she's going to give you a quest to go and find them, but it will show you on the map where to go to look to get the stuff.
Go to the blacksmithing station and craft an iron dagger. Nothing fancy. You shouldn't need more than 2 iron ingots. Oh, and you'll need a style material. You can purchase them from any blacksmith, or scavenge them yourself if you're thrifty.
That's what I was talking about. That's the Khajiit, the Nord, the Wood Elf, the Dark Elf. That's all that stuff. You guys can buy them from the blacksmith directly. From any of the crafters, actually. So like over at the medium one, there's usually an NPC there. At the blacksmith, there's NPC there. At the woodworking, there's NPC there. All of it. Okay, so she wants us to make an iron dagger. My suggestion, don't do your level. Do a level 1. That way it's going to use a lot less materials and you're not really needing to show anything off or whatever. Like I said, don't refine if you don't have to. So we're going to go to create. We're going to pick the smallest thing, which is a dagger. Well, she wants us to do the dagger, so it doesn't matter. Then we're going to go all the way down to level 1. You can see there that per level it does require more iron ingots. We're going to do just level 1, so we only need 2. We'll make her a Khajiit one. I'm not going to put a trade on it. And you can see that it does have that little arrow there showing you what you need to be crafting. So we'll go ahead and craft one of those. There we go. And then we'll run it back over to her. And of course she's not here. Where'd she go? Where did she go? Journal, quests, blacksmithing certification. Where you at, woman? She's over there.
Craft an iron dagger. You'll need some iron ingots and a style material. You can buy those from any blacksmith if you can't find them yourself.
Nope.
The trick is the style material. But I'm sure you know that.
Okay.
Next is deconstruction. You learn a lot when you break something into parts, even more so when it's someone else's work. Go deconstruct your dagger, or anything else really, as long as you do it at a blacksmithing station.
Okay, I don't have to talk with these. That's just talking about everything I've already explained to you guys. So we're just going to come in here, deconstruct, pick our dagger, hit square. There we go. We got 1 iron ingot out of the 2 that we spent.
You certainly know your way around a forge. You're a blacksmith, and let none tell you otherwise. Of course, I'll get you certified right away so you can fulfill blacksmith crafting writs immediately.
Cool, thank you.
Let me know if you have some time. I can train and certify you in something else.
Okay, so you're going to want to do all of these, so still do the woodworking and still do the clothier, but we are going to skip that. I will do it offline, that way you guys aren't being drawn out. But now you can see that there's a blue arrow here. That means that there is a daily here that we can do, so we're going to hit X on this. We can do the blacksmithing writ, we're going to hit X on that. Pull a writ from the board. This is going to be random, completely random. Journal, quests, Here's our blacksmithing writ. You can see they want us to, on the right side, top right, it says craft a normal iron helm, normal iron dagger, and normal iron pauldron. Pauldron, I believe, is the shoulders. So we're going to exit out of that, come over here. So we need to do dagger, helm, and shoulder. So create, go up to the top. There's our dagger already set. Doesn't matter what style, because it doesn't say. Be careful if you are doing master writs, which is way later on. You can get higher writs. If you're doing higher ones, it will have you do a specific dagger, a specific helm, things like that. It may even have you do sets in the future. But we're going to do a dagger. You can see there it says 1 of 1. Then we're going to do our, whoops. We're going to do our helm. Got that. And we are going to do our shoulders. There we go. Got that. So now we can deliver them to the nearest quartermaster writ. Usually they are outside. I think that's where this one is. Maybe not. Oh, this one's down by the docks. That's right. If you're doing writs, any of the dailies, and you are trying to level your ally, make sure you pull them out. Where is she at? Where's she at? There she is. Make sure you pull them out. What is that? I don't remember it looking like that. I guess they upgraded it for the PS5. But yeah, make sure that you pull out your ally, your companion, before turning in the writs, because it will give them XP as well. So you're going to come down here. This place right here is where you turn them in. So this here, I think, is alchemy. That one is enchanting. I don't remember what that one is. Don't remember what that one is. I think that one's woodworking, or maybe this one's woodworking. I don't know. One of them's clothing. That's clothing. And then here is your blacksmithing. So you'll come over to the crate, hit X on it. You place the goods in the crate, which is all the things that they had you craft. It'll automatically do it. You just hit place the goods in the crate. And you can see there, it's going to give us a blacksmithing crate and an inspiration. So we're going to hit complete.
I know good work when I
The inspiration is your experience, I believe. And then we can come in here. You can look at your inventory and you can find that chest that they gave you, which will usually give you supplies, may even give you weapons to break down, may even give you temper materials. So we're going to open it up. You can see we got equipment repair kit. We got a shipment of ingots. We got a style, or no, that's actually a trait item. And we got an iron curious. I don't know how to say that. Anyway, hit X on those. Go ahead and take them all. And then you can open up your ingots. You can see we got 20 iron ingots and steel ingots, 5. Take those. And here's our equipment repair kit. You don't have to use this just yet. I would say leave it in your inventory, and then when you do need to repair an item, you can hit triangle on it, I think. No. Go to your weapons and hit triangle here. I don't remember how to repair out of your inventory. I don't know. And you can see there that we can actually sell that, or no, we can actually break that down to get better items out of it. Or better gold, I mean. Alright, but that is it. I am going to, like I said, finish the other certifications for the woodworking and the clothing. And from there, we will do the next video tomorrow, which will be the guild. I will do either the Sijic Order or the Thieves Guild and the Dark Brotherhood. Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood are going to be done together because they're kind of linked. And then the Sijic Order is going to be something completely different. I think for the Sijic Order and the Dark Brotherhood, though, I do believe you need DLCs for both of them. If you don't have the DLCs, it's not skill lines that you need. But if you do have them, then I would say to grab them. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, put it down in the comment section. Thank you all for joining me today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.